Many of us can't remember how our programs work after 2 to 3 weeks. So the whole idea is that we make the programming as easy as possible. And sometimes some of the languages do that for us. They just make everything fall together. I would like to focus on a single phase traffic light, but in this case, I'm going to be building it with sequential function chart. The basics are exactly the same, and we have recently done this using ladder. We start off with a traffic light that is going to display red and then changes over to green and then changes over to amber, which is your caution that it is about to go red, and then goes red. Now, this does differ from country to country. I know that there are certain countries where the amber and the green or the amber and the red will come on at exactly the same time, but in most countries, the lights are going to be on individually. Sequential function chart is a wonderful programming language to do just this. In the case of sequential function chart or SFC, we're going to start off at an initialization step. Then we wait for a transition before we go into a step. To get out of that step, you wait for a transition and then you go into another step. Here we're going to have a transition which takes us into another step. And after another transition, we're going to go all the way back to the initialization mode. So it's a nice, simple sequence that we can go and use. In addition to this, if you recall the program that I wrote for the same feature with ladder, you might remember that I would have had 3 separate timers. Now, here I haven't gone and put any timers in. I'm literally going to use the timer of each block. So we're going to start off at the initialization stage, and immediately there's going to be a true function which takes us into that very first step. Now, that very first step is going to switch on my red light, and it's going to stay in that step until that step has been there for 5 seconds. And I've got to make it 5 seconds. You could make it 10 seconds. You could make it 45 seconds. You could make it anything that you want to. After that period of time, we go into the next step and we switch on the green light. And we will do that until another, in this case, 5 seconds has elapsed, where we're going to go into our third step, and that is going to switch on the amber light. Once we've finished, we're going to go all the way back up to the initialization step, and then we go straight back into the red light. And this program is just going to run over and over and over again. Really compare this to the equivalent circuit in ladder, and you'll see why this is so popular with sequential circuits. All that remains is to go and test the circuit. And so I'm going to run it. And you will see that at this point in time, we're in the step where the green light gets switched on. Then we go to the step where the amber light gets switched on. We go all the way back to initialization and we switch on the red light. And so we're going to go through that sequence over to the green light, over to the amber light, and back to the red light. And the whole program is literally the small piece of code that you can see on the left-hand side. Nice, simple, easy. As I always say, don't work harder, work smarter. All of this and so much more is available during my classes. Please be sure to contact me if you'd like more information.